Welcome back to Poem Simulator.
Welcome back to the poem game.
Poem and anime, bitches.
Yeah. All right. Now, where we left off is, right here.
We're on our way to get a poem.
Let me just say, with all the stuff that's happening right now, I've been following Wall Street Bets, the subreddit, a lot. And all the... I've never seen this before, so it makes me laugh. But this post, for example, I've never seen people call each other retards in such a kind and friendly manner. Like, hey, I made this for all you retards out there. And it's a picture of Deep Fucking Value saying, hold! For the GME stock.
That's funny.
We'll get canceled for saying the R word.
Yeah, but...
You're gonna have to censor that.
There's another comment that they fucking said, together we are weak, single we are weak, but together we are retarded.
God.
Thank you, Wall Street Bets, for teaching me something new.
All right. On our way home to make a poem.
Yep.
And with that, I depart the club room and make my way home, as I just explained. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica.
Who all appeared in front of
Monica!
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Do you want to read your special poem?
No?
You don't?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
Sure. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though. So I don't think I'll be doing it again, unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento for the occasion below.
That's a sick poem, bro.
Sick poem, dude.
Totally tubular.
Yeah, I don't think that's a poem.
Yeah, I don't think that's a poem that's like, yo, I cut myself. It was kind of fun.
It's a poem, you just wouldn't understand it.
So I wrote this?
No, I don't think so. You unlocked it. It's your special poem.
It's a special poem. Okay.
Anyways.
Moving right along. Wait, where's Monica?
Who?
Monica?
Who?
Monica?
Oh.
Monica?
You didn't write? You've never written a poem?
Yeah, you've never
with
written for
Monica.
Monica. She's never been there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
The third one was Sayori.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, was.
Yeah, it was being the keyword there.
Vertigo, that's a cool word. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to just picking random ass shit.
Yeah, your favorite word, go for it.
You got 18 more.
Lazy.
I was gonna say you're wrong for not picking fantasy.
Empty. Unrequited. Climax. Pink's a cool color. I like chocolate. I'm thinking about chocolates. That makes me think about marshmallows.
What does marshmallows make you think about?
Suicide. Okay. Bed? Fuck yeah. Explosions are cool. Papa? What?
Papa?
Essence. Games, fuck yeah.
The music is like slightly off key.
Is it really?
Yeah, listen.
Come on.
Wait, no, when it does like the do 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 do. Right. Coming up. Any moment now.
Listening.
Is this still not it? Still here. definitely hear it. Still coming. Alright, you know what? Let's continue picking on some words. It's definitely, like, I heard something that was a little off.
I believe you. I'll take your word for it. Alright, uncontrollable. Playground. Dance? I don't know. Socks are cool. Insight's always fun.
Last word. Make it count.
Last word, make it count. Anime. What is this?
This is Doki Doki Literature Club. We're in like,
Hi again, Zesty Boy.
we've done 50 episodes, or like 15 episodes of this shit hunter. You should know what the game's called.
Did you see what I was looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just fucking with me.
I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Boo-ha! Wait, or was that Yuri that was doing the boo?
I think it was
I can't remember.
Damn, well, it's past, so...
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club.
With them white vans.
With the
Damn, Daniel.
I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for... Oh, wait, shit, she's Yuri. Thanks for keeping your promise, Zesty Boy.
Have you noticed my square face that flashes every now and then?
I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment of you, for you. Too much of a commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Hi! Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Get out of the way of the taxi.
I was gonna say, I can't fucking read that.
Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collections in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat.
I'm sorry, Zesty Boy. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Fucking bitch. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, okay?
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read.
It's like a porn fantasy novel written out in like crayon.
It's just yaoi.
Yeah.
And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is...
Disgusting!
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. God, fuck. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Even your god fuck was in like the Yuri voice.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Cupcakes.
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Fucking Monica!
You forgot the.
Never put any of my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping a collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up?
Oh, Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
You liking these turns, something?
Yeah.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see.
You look like a weeb.
There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga, and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world other than fucking Monica!
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can just do it through the glass on that door.
Ooh. She points to the classroom door.
Fuck out here.
Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Zesty Boy. Consider this a lesson straight from Don't Judge a Book! In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Moe.
Moe?
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Nice. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't say that. You're making me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished a series. Hey, you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
Damn, she's a fucking child.
Yep! Are you sure this isn't boring for you? Ugh.
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Eh.
You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like... Yeah, you still haven't grown out of that, haven't you? You still haven't grown out of that yet, you 12-year-old? Makes me want to punch him in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he would find this. At least it's safe in the club room. Captain Monica's kind of a jerk about it, so... I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So?
Ha-ha!
Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Dots. 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 More dots. A longer string of dots. Time passes. Cool. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her.
She is dead.
It looks like she's started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Would you like to read that? Is she an Enderman now? What the fuck is happening?
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
Yeah.
Here.
Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar.
You're not you without a Snickers.
She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you to get it.
Holy
I
hell.
fucking can't. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Oh, don't worry, Zesty boy. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share our poems now?
Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her.
Make me read?
Yep, fuck you.
Alright.
Matt just had to
Yep.
moan and grunt for the past 2 minutes. I could trust her opinion to be fair. Dots. Dots. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's bad.
She just called it shit.
Yep.
No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Alright, Zach, you're up.
Oh, of course, that's not something that you can
You were
be
supposed to
blamed
fuck
for.
up the first sentence.
I know. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
You're gay.
Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Fuck. Ghost unto the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
How the fuck do you flicker back in a light? What was that sound?
Flickering.
Yeah, you didn't see the movement he made with it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read. Yeah,
You
because
can't
it's...
fucking read cursive.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Damn, should've just said you're just gonna take it easy on us.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Zesty boy.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical, right? Symbolical? Yeah. Compared to a ghost.
Everything this bitch says is deep.
I fucking know. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Okay. And we'll find out which poem we read next time.
Yep.